The community-based organization that was chosen is Community Adolescents Nutrition and Fitness, CANFIT for short. My name is Sij Manalo, and I'll be giving you a brief overview of this organization. The mission statement of CANFIT is to work with communities and policymakers to develop culturally resonant policies and practices that improve food and fitness environments for adolescents in low-income communities and communities of color. CANFIT's health behavior focus is childhood obesity. In the United States, childhood obesity is a serious problem that puts children and adolescents at risk for poor health. Health risks associated with obesity include physical risks such as cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sleep apnea and asthma, as well as increased risk of impaired glucose tolerance, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. There are also other psychosocial risks, which include social and psychological problems, anxiety and depression, as well as bullying and stigma associated. Obesity unfortunately primarily affects people of lower income communities as well as other communities of color. Economically advantaged people, 12.6%, economically disadvantaged people, 26.4%, Latinos at 20.2%, non-Latino African Americans 22.5%, and non-Latino Asians at 5.2%. The overarching goals of Healthy People 2020 for obesity as well as physical activity include reducing the proportion of obese children in the ages of 2 to 19, preventing unhealthy weight gain in children between the ages of 2 and 19, increase the proportion of children who meet current federal physical activity guidelines for aerobic physical activity and for muscle strengthening activity, as well as increasing the proportion of children and adolescents who do not exceed recommended limits for screen time. So what is CANFIT? CANFIT is a community-based nonprofit organization that is funded by private foundations, donors, fee-for-service materials, and grant awards. CANFIT is composed of ethnically diverse professionals with expertise in food systems, nutrition, physical activity, and community and youth engagement, serving diverse communities across the country. The vision is to have low-income communities and communities of color eat healthy as well as living in physically active environments. So how it came to be. CanFit was founded in 1993. It was founded as a result of a class action suit involving a food company that was charged with fraudulent, misleading, and deceptive advertising and marketing sugary cereals to children. The California Supreme Court ruled that the case had just cause for action. The case was settled out of court with the condition that an organization be established to look at the nutritional needs of low-income minority adolescents in California. And this was the catalyst that led to the creation of CanFit. CanFit programs that are available include Mo Project, Recipes for Success, and PHAT, Promoting Healthy Activity Together. CanFit education services include the CanFit Super Manual, free CanFit resources that include nutrition, policy, and physical activity that are available on their website, as well as English and Spanish language training for advocacy. For future reference, the CanFit program Mo is a sort of pun for the word more. Mo good food, Mo safe places to play, Mo opportunity. It is an interactive, culturally relevant training designed for youth to use media as a way to advocate for healthy eating and physical activity changes in their community. The Mo project includes a one-day session that is essentially divided into 4 sub-sessions for advocacy, spoken word, video, as well as the optional parent-youth engagement. The Mo project has successfully engaged over 500 communities across California. Unfortunately, the Mo project does not have any peer-reviewed publications or evaluations for this program. So a quick overview of CanFit. They generally market by working with community-based organizations or other youth-serving organizations, but they also have outreach through social media platforms, which include Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. There are also a few strengths and weaknesses that accompany this organization as well. Some of the strengths include numerous sources available online which are free of access, tailored assistance to community needs, but there are also other weaknesses which include how the Mo project essentially uses technology as a way to advocate for physical activity and nutrition, but it's through the use of technology, which is kind of contradictory to their overall goal, which is to engage kids into physical activity. So getting involved. Student internships do exist within the CanFit organization. Essentially, they would be exposed to local and state and national policy work focusing on nutrition and physical activity. They would work on culturally relevant projects, and they would also engage in field site visits. So as a volunteer or a staff member, you would work by developing case statements, increasing donor base / marketing. You would train peers as well as teach programs at school. So what comes off as notable in terms of competency for this organization is the bilingual programming. This programming is tailored to the needs of community. It is culturally specific in terms of nutrition, as well as it being competent in ethnic backgrounds, as well as physical activity projects. So the CanFit staff primarily is Arnell Hinkle, the executive director. She has experience working directly with residents of over 100 African American, Latino, Southeast Asian, Filipino, and American Indian low-income communities throughout the country. In addition to her work in the United States, she has also been involved in international development projects in India, Ecuador, and Scotland. Lloyd Nadal is a program director of CanFit. He has worked with youth and youth-serving agencies across the country providing technical assistance, consultation, and conducting various nutrition, physical activity communications, and youth advocacy training and workshops. Ruth Manzano is the program manager. As program manager for CanFit, she manages the Latino Hispanic services, where she is responsible for developing culturally appropriate materials in Spanish, English, and provides nutrition, physical activity, communication, and advocacy training. So the key contacts here are the aforementioned staff members, but there is a phone number which is 510-644-1533. Their fax number is 510-843-9705. Address is the CanFit PO Box at 3989 Berkeley, California 94703, and their email is info@canfit.org. Thank you.